everyone, and welcome to the Unit Trader. Today we will continue our look at harmonic patterns, part 3 of the series, where we will look at the Gartley pattern. This will be the last of the single pattern videos. After this, I'm going to give you just a lump sum of patterns. There's not that many, but we won't need to get as in-depth. So the Gartley harmonic, considered the most commonly known harmonic in the trading community. However, there is quite a bit of confusion and arguing and bickering amongst the technical community. However, there are accepted alignments that have been deemed to be the standard. So we will look at two different types of Gartleys today. This is the bullish normal Gartley here. So you'll see there's some range between the A, B to C legs. It can be different in terms of your fib pulls, and also the BC projection can be also in a range. So the big discrepancy here comes where we look at two different types of Gartley. So this is a standard Gartley, which people have, the technical community does agree that this plays out. But there's also the perfect Gartley, which is a unicorn, honestly, very rare, but does happen. So, the Gartley harmonic elements. This is just your standard Gartley. It's a precise 618 B point retracement of the XA leg. And when we say precise, give it a little wiggle room, but you definitely don't want to get over 0.7 retracements. The BC projection must not exceed 1.618. So if it does exceed it, the Gartley is invalidated, and you might be looking at another pattern. There's an equidistant AB equals CD is a most common ABCD in the Gartley. We're also looking for a C point within a range of 382 to 886 of the AB leg. And the D point is always a 0.786 retracement. The PRZ, also a little bit different in the Gartley than the other ones, as the most important elements are going to be the ABCD pattern that you want converging with the same area of the 786 XA retracement. If the ABCD lands right on top, which often happens, of the 786, this becomes the defining level. If you have a little bit of variation, then we will look at the BC projection, which must not exceed the 1618 again, and we will combine that with the ABCD, the 786 retracement, and that will become our PRZ zone. Now, generally we want the PRZ zone to be completely played through, but if the AB equals CD lands right on the 786, it doesn't need to be. Okay, so XA retracement again of 786. This is where some of the confusion comes in. Now we're looking at the perfect Gartley. So in a perfect Gartley, that's really all you need to know. You're looking at a perfect 618 retracement of the XA, a perfect 618 retracement of the AB to the C, and you want a 618 to a 1618 ABCD pattern. And this would be your perfect bearish Gartley. So let's head over to the charts and see what we can find. We can see we're looking at the current Bitcoin price chart, the daily, and there is a Gartley playing out right now. So we're going to open up our XABCD tool, and I'll just plot it out for you. And there's our completed Gartley. Now you'll notice it's not perfect. This is not a perfect Gartley. So how do we build this Gartley? Well, the first thing was this 786 retracement here. So if we open up our fibs, here we are. We retrace into the golden pocket, and this already gives us an idea. As soon as we get this retracement and this rejection, we start thinking harmonics and Elliott waves, right? So right here, we are thinking about a Gartley. Really, when it's a 618 retracement, you think Gartley. So once that happens, again, got our fib pull here. What I start to do is start to plot out certain lines. So the most important in the Gartley is going to be the 786, and here on the C point we have a little bit of wiggle room, right? But I want to start plotting right away the 786 personally. So I would get a trend line here, a horizontal line. Mark this out. Turn you blue. We'll label it 786. Also, I'm going to get you to go blue. And there we go. Now I'm going to take off my fib retracement tool. So we are now looking at a potential ABCD pattern once we get this. And as soon as we retrace to the 8-9, which is pretty much an 886, right? Or it is an 886. Then we are going to be looking at a distinct ABCD pattern. However, none of this is here yet. So if it was to be equidistant here, how are we going to measure this? So what we're going to do is use the fib extension tool. We're going to use it the way that it's meant to be used. So we're not going to be going from the BC here because none of this price action exists yet, right? What we're going to do is take a low, a high, and a low. And some people will disagree with this because we're in a range here. And the extension tool, the reason they call it a trend-based extension tool is because it's used in trends. However, when you're in a range and you break out of that range, how do you know where you're going, or where do you try to formulate ideas of where you might go? Well, you use your extension tool. So as we got a higher low here on the C, we pop out the extension tool, we go from the A to the B to the C, and we are going to land here on a 1-to-1 extension, which is a huge level in Bitcoin, and we've got a 1.3 here. So right away I start to believe that this is a tighter zone here, and that we're looking at a potential PRZ zone in here. Now, what this, and it also validates this ABCD pattern in a sense. Now, one of the beautiful things that happened in this Gartley, which is amazing, was this retracement here. So I'm just going to pop up the pattern once again so we can get a good idea of what I'm talking about here. Oh, that's not what I want. So sometimes we get these amazing gifts. And what we're going to see here, after the C point, we had this pretty intense move back up. Huge daily candle, this was just an insane day. And then we get the sharp retrace. What goes up must come down. Now, the fib extension from this C point to this high and to this low, this gave us a one-to-one extension here. I mean, almost perfect. That's where this got rejected from. So in terms of the PRZ zone, once you start to get your three basic levels down, so we're looking at it, this ABCD projection, the 786, and the BC extension, which we'll do in a second. But before all of this stuff starts really kind of falling into place, you can always find other factors of confluence. And this one, my friends, is huge. A one-to-one extension is so massive. All right. So let me just take this off here. But the main thing we're looking at here is the 786 in our PR zone, remember? The other thing would be the distinct ABCD pattern, which we do have. It's distinct. It might not be a perfect ABCD pattern, but again, they very rarely are. So with our fib extension now, we are going to do an extension of the BC. So we start at the C, we take it back to the B, bring it back down to the C, and we've got a 1.13 just below the 786 and a 1.272 just above it. But the 1.13 is closer, so that is the one that we are going to be looking at. So again, plot this out. Gonna drop a horizontal line and call this the 1.13. And now I can get rid of this pull. So these are very, this ABCD is a bit on the wonky side, but it's actually quite nice if we look at that from the extension point of view. The A to the B to the C, we start to see it falling right in between again, these 2 points, and that would make me really start to kind of place my ABCD pretty much right on this 786, which makes it pretty strong level, really. But honestly, the kicker was that 1.1 extension from here to here, from the C, and then within the C range. I mean, just beautiful. So let me just take all this off. So this is going to be our PR zone. It's right around, a PRZ zone, sorry. It's right around this area here, with the 786 being the most important. And again, we're looking for more confluence. You could have found more confluence here. Let me just turn on. Oh, that's pretty messy. Oh, that's the one I want. Let me just hide these channels real quick. And here's some more beautiful confluence. Here's a channel that we broke into on the 5th of January. We put in a very nice 2 touches here on the 12th and the 13th, and it's been running its course ever since. And look at where that rejection is, right at the top of the channel on that one-to-one extension from here to here to here, sorry, from here to here to here, and just peeked through the 786, little wick through, and now we're coming back down. We've already hit take profit 1, and where would that be, you might ask? Well, let's just pop the Gartley back on. That is not 100%, and there we go. So price target 1 would have been the B point. There's your take profit 1 line right there. And our second take profit is all the way down here at the C. So what this Gartley is telling us is that we may be visiting 34 and a half, 30, high 34s, who knows. But remember, this is not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, so take profits and move on. Also, we're coming into the bottom of this channel again, so will it hold? You know, we might not even get there. Who knows? The middle of the channel right now is providing some very good support, among other things, but this is just more confluence to add, okay? And that's basically your Gartley. Now, I would recommend always be, playing with stuff and get used to this fib extension tool. Use it in various ways. It is an amazing tool to find price projections and amazing tools in general to also get into trades. A lot of people don't use it, but for example, let's just look at this way back when. So 786 and right back up. I would have personally been waiting for the one-to-one extension on this, so I wouldn't have taken this trade unless I found other factors, obviously, but based on that alone. So always just be looking for these fib extensions, especially in trending markets. It's true, but in a range-bound market, you also want to use them to understand where we might go. And this is a perfect example. This D, I mean, it was almost to the dollar on the one-to-one extension, okay? So look for the Gartleys. As soon as you hit a golden pocket or 618, start plotting out Gartleys and other patterns as well. It's not just the Gartley that hits the 618. Could be other things as well. And we will go over the other patterns that are left over. So we'll be doing Shark and Cypher. What else is left? And we might even talk about some other more advanced concepts, but I won't go over them. I'll just mention them. And that will be very quick because we don't need to do all of this charting business. I'll just run through the parameters of them, and you can play with that yourself. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Any questions, leave a comment below. I will respond. And as always, have a great day and happy paper trading. Oh yeah, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just something to educate people on the harmonic patterns within the markets. So having said that, happy paper trading and a great day to you all.